Oh, where are they at? Oh, where are
Spend a
they
lot of
at?
time in his room alone?
Yes. Uh-huh. Oh, sometimes he would go, I'd take him to work with me. Not all the time, but I would take him to work.
And it didn't seem like he went to school very often.
No, well, this past year he didn't go to school. He didn't graduate, but he didn't go to school.
Why?
I don't know. You
And
know, you tell them, and they think they know kids nowadays, they know everything.
Did you notice that he was growing disturbed? Was he becoming upset? Was he any different?
He was very quiet. He was very quiet.
Everybody says he almost didn't talk very much.
No, he didn't talk very much.
Did he talk to you?
Oh, just when we go to work or here or there, you know.
What kind
But
of
very, very, very seldom.
What kind of things would you talk about?
No, we never did have a conversation. Just, I remember he would tell me sometimes. I remember when I was little, I would carry him, and he would tell me things like that.
Why didn't he live with his mother?
They had probably problems or something.
And so it was his birthday last Monday? Turned 18?
Yeah, on the
16th.
On the 16th or something. Yeah, last week I think it was birthday.
Yeah.
My wife took him to Applebee's to eat supper or dinner or whatever. It's a shame.
Did you know that he bought those weapons?
No. Like I say, I don't like weapons. I
Yeah.
cannot be around weapons.
Because you have a record.
Yes.
And it's illegal for you to actually be
Yeah,
around.
that's right. I cannot be around guns. I hate when I see all the news, all those people that get shot. I'm against all that. I say, why do they let these people buy guns and all that? Those stupid whatever they shoot.
And Rolando, when you heard about the shooting, what did you do? Did you even know that it was your grandson?
No, the neighbor called me. He told me she had been shot. And when I came over here, he told me that he had taken off on the...
And your grandson didn't have a driver's license, right?
No.
He didn't even know how to drive.
No.
What went through your mind when you heard?
I didn't say
It's your
nothing.
grandson.
It still hasn't sunk in yet, you believe me.
And so, did he ever talk about guns or weapons with you? Did he talk about being upset or angry?
No.
Saying it came out of the blue.
Yeah.
If you could have done anything differently,
Oh,
would you have done?
I didn't know he had weapons or nothing or this or that there. If I would have known, I would have reported him.
You would have reported your own grandson.
Yes. Because I'm against all that.
I want to say condolences to all the lives affected by the shooting at Uvalde, Texas elementary school, Robb Elementary. If you haven't heard, if you've been out of the loop for a couple of days, it was a crazy shooting yesterday at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. They saying it was 19 kids and 2 adults that was killed. 19 children, like elementary school, like 2nd through 4th grade kids. So I want to say condolences and my biggest regards to the family, man. To the families. Oh, man, this is... let me turn this light on. Y'all see me? All right, y'all can see me now. Well, the Daily Mail, you know, and I don't know if they're the only source that got it, but they posted an article today. They posted an article describing, and it's funny because I was going to name this video exactly what that says. And I didn't even never see that. It's crazy I looked past that title when I read the article, Portrait of a Killer. Because when I read it, man, after I read it, I was like, this is the fucking portrait of, like, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened when you know, when people are treated, you know, are bullied, are treated less than a human. And it's just sick, man. It's just really sick, bro. 'Cause how humans treat humans and then how humans react. You know what I'm saying? It's really sick, man. So I just want to say that condolences. But so I'm gonna read the article, but I'm gonna tell y'all. It's crazy because I took my contacts out last night and I lost one. Like I need to go buy some new ones. So I'm gonna have to kind of read it up, get up on it when I read it. So it comes out that Salvador Ramos, you know what I'm saying, 18-year-old. I think he's Hispanic. He's definitely Hispanic. I don't know what he is, but little Hispanic dude, right, shot that killed all innocent people. And it just paints this picture. And it's like, man, they joked him because of his clothes. They said he was sending inappropriate messages to girls at his job at Wendy's. Like, I don't know if he's sending D pics, if you know what I mean. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure that's what that is, but who knows, you know what I'm saying? He was made fun of about his clothes. His mother was a drug user and wasn't present. And his mother got into it with him also. His grandfather, and I'll play that video too. His grandfather was not as supportive as he should have been. I didn't read the whole thing, but I don't think they mentioned his father. I'm gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna read it right now. But listen, I'm not justifying, I'm just saying, y'all, we gotta treat each other better, bro. Cause it seems like me reading, I didn't read the entire article. Maybe I don't think I did. No, I didn't. But it seemed like I don't want to say he was pushed over the edge by life, but yeah. I'm just like, why did you choose elementary school, my nigga? Like, I mean, it was that bad. They say he had been repeatedly picked on, made fun of about his hair, his clothes. He had a lisp. He had a stuttering problem. This is like to me, this is the classic bully story, bro. While he walked around with boxing gloves on, looking for fights. He cut his face, and somebody asked him, "Why did you do that?" He's like, "Because I wanted to do it. Do you think it looks nice?" He was disturbed, man. Life was whooping his ass. It's fucked up that it's like the first news that I hear when I wake up, bro. Like, but yeah, we gotta love each other more, bro. We gotta love each other more, man. There's no reason those kids should be, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? There's no reason that none of this should happen. Even, I don't want to say the kids, because I'm not just, it was a couple of adults that lost their lives also. But, or maybe him and just one of I'm not sure. But, listen, man. Instead of being, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like growing up sometime, like people are gonna roast you. People are gonna, kids. Damn, you can tell I'm just waking up. I'm yawning, nigga. But this shit still, it feel like this shit is, it feel like it's a dream though, nigga. Like, let's be nicer to each other, man. Like, there's no reason he didn't have, this is what you call when you say a nigga didn't have no big homies. Hold on. When nigga didn't have no big homies, my bad, I had to. No guidance. His grandfather said, and I'll play that too. His grandfather said he didn't even know he owned 2 guns. He slept on an air mattress or some kind of mattress in the living room on the floor. He didn't even have his own room, this kid. He wore eyeliner. Let me read this shit, man. Let me read this shit, y'all. Let me read this to y'all. Shout out to the Daily Mail. It's called Portrait of a Killer, which is the name of this video, as y'all can see. It's crazy. I promise y'all, before I even read it, I read the article. I didn't even read the full article, but I read like 70, 80% of it. And I was like, I felt compelled to come do a video. But I was like, yo, I'm gonna name, just by me reading it, mentally, I was in his shoes. From the Wendy's, when he worked at Wendy's, to like, I was in his shoes, bro. But I was going, yeah, Portrait of a Killer. This is really the portrait of a killer. All right, Portrait of a Killer. Call of Duty loving shooter 18 was bullied at school for being poor, creeped out his Wendy female co-workers, walked around with boxing gloves on him, looking for fights, and self-harmed. Let's read. Salvador Ramos shot and killed 19 children and teachers in Uvalde, Texas on Tuesday. Locals said he had troubled home life and his behavior grew bizarre as he entered his teenage years. He began dressing in black, wearing military boots, and growing his hair long. Co-workers of his Wendy's co-workers at Wendy's, or of his Wendy's, yeah, they did put that, of his Wendy's described him as having an aggressive streak, claiming he would send inappropriate text messages to female colleagues. That's why I say it had to be D-pics. Because they didn't say just all colleagues. They said female. And it was inappropriate to send to a female. Before the shooting, he allegedly sent one woman on Instagram a photo of the guns he was going to use, writing, "Be grateful I tagged you." He just needed some kind of claim to fame. Everybody told him he wasn't shit his whole life. He needed something to go down in history. So it says the shooting occurred just one day after his classmates visited the school. After his classmates visited the school. I guess his classmates. He was in high school. I'm gonna run through this. I'm gonna try to run through it. We had 9 minutes. In yet another tragic mass shooting, Salvador Ramos, 18, slaughtered 19 innocent children and 2 much-loved teachers at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, on Tuesday before being killed in a shootout with a border patrol officer and local law enforcement. It is the second deadliest shooting in U.S. history. Yeah, the second ever in U.S. history. After the infamous Sandy Hook, rest in peace to them people, massacre that was another elementary school in 2012, which saw 26 people killed and has once again left people asking, how could someone commit such a heinous crime? As the country tries to make sense of the tragedy, stories about Ramos are beginning to emerge from those who knew him the best, painting the picture of a loner with a propensity for self-harm and violence, who was unstable, who was from an unstable home. Sorry, I got no context in y'all, my bad. Who was in an unstable home, including an alleged drug-using mother. It's a shame. Neighbors and classmates say his behavior spiraled into the bizarre and macabre as he entered his later teenage years, with one friend telling Good Morning America he had scars on his face, and someone asked, "Are you okay?" And he just said with a smile, "I did it to myself. I like how I look." That's what he said about cutting his face. He began dressing in dark clothes and military boots and used his BB gun to target random people, one local claimed. There are around 15,000 residents in Uvalde, which sits roughly 80 miles west of San Antonio, around an hour's drive from the U.S.-Mexico border. More than 1/3 of the residents in the city live at or barely above the federal poverty line. According to Ramos' neighbor, Ruben Flores, 41, the shooter and his mother will often have screaming matches, with police being called to the home on multiple occasions. And they're showing pictures of him. Let me scroll down. And I'm going to put all these pictures at the end. I'm going to put everything else at the end that you can see. And since deleted Instagram videos, Ramos had allegedly filmed his mother interacting with police. Classmate Nadia Rees claimed he called his mom a bitch and say she wanted to kick him out. He'd be screaming and talking to his mom really aggressively. Flores, meanwhile, told the Washington Post how he tried to be a father figure to Ramos, but the situation at home only worsened as he got older. Jeremiah Munoz, an alumni from the local high school who used to play Xbox games with Ramos, also told the New York Times he would often hear him arguing with his mother through the microphone, and his mother would scream back at him, telling him he needed to go to school, and he was doing nothing with his life. Wow. He was only 18. How was he doing nothing with his... Well, that probably was when he was 17. How was he doing nothing with his life? He don't even know what he want to do yet. He got time. What do you, like... Whatever. Munoz said Ramos will often leave his mother's house and stay with his grandmother for several days, the same one that he killed after a big fight. And over the past year, he has been spending more and more time with his grandma. Ramos' grandma, who owned the house on Hood Street, was reportedly in the process of evicting the mother over drug use in the days before Tuesday's killing spree. Flores said Ramos had moved into his grandmother's home across town some months earlier. There, his grandfather, Ronaldo Rise, and you're going to see his footage after this, 72 years old, said he lived in the front room and slept on the mattress on the floor. Rise told ABC News that he had no idea his grandson had purchased 2 AR-15s, nor that he kept them in the house, As a convicted felon, which his grandfather is, Rise is not allowed to have guns inside his home. He said, he said if he knew that Ramos was keeping weapons there, he would have turned in his son to the police. I hate when I see the news, all those people get shot. I'm against all that, Ramos said. I say, why do you let these people buy guns and all that? Those stupid, whatever they shoot. I guess, he might be speaking broken English, I'm not sure. But Rise said he did not think his grandson was dangerous. Noting that he had tried to encourage his grandson to attend school, but he would just shrug in response. So he was getting bullied at school though. Why would he want to go? These kids these days think they know everything, he said. Now Ray said he is shocked and does not understand how his grandson could have committed such a heinous crime. Saying he did not know how to drive. His grandson didn't even know how to drive, and he didn't have a license. But he jumped up in the car. He also wondered how his grandson would have purchased the weapons, y'all, or if he was trained on how to use them. Obviously, whatever, I don't know. I can't say obviously, but... Rest in peace, man, to those people. All the kids. And then the 2 adults. Still, she would be Ramos' first victim, his grandmother, after Rise shot her in the forehead. He shot his grandmother in her forehead. This is the forehead. With an AR-15, he shot his grandmother in her forehead. The 66-year-old, who has not yet been publicly named, is now undergoing surgery, and Rise says he believes his grandma. So he didn't kill his grandmother. Okay. So he didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Retract that. I'm reading this as I go, y'all. I told you I stopped reading it because I want to read it with y'all. By all accounts, so his grandmother is going through surgery, and she got shot in the head with an AR-15, and she's living? Jeez, Lord bless her. By all accounts, Ramos had been a relatively normal child until the 8th grade, which his best friend from that period, Steven Garcia, branding him the nicest and shyest kid who just needed to break out of his shell. His best friend in 8th grade said he was the nicest and shyest kid who needed to break out of his shell. Reportedly, Ramos was bullied for a stutter and a lisp. Classmates also allegedly called him with gay slurs. At one point, he uploaded a picture of himself wearing eyeliner. Somebody said, quote unquote, he would get bullied hard, like bullied by a lot of people. His friend Steven Garcia told the Post over social media, over the headset, over the game, over everything. When Garcia had to move away, Ramos began to change, dressing in all black and donning large military boots. School shooter shit. Like emo, like very, you know what I'm saying? And look, speaking of emo, watch this. In his early childhood, friends claim he had been nicknamed Pelin. I don't know how to pronounce it, meaning bald in Spanish, for his incredibly short hair. But in an apparent bid to leave those days behind, he began to grow it. Woo! Sorry, y'all. This is actually a super long, I'm sorry. That's how y'all know I just literally woke up. He was branded, damn. I didn't want to say this. He was then branded an emo or alternative at school, where he got into multiple fistfights before increasingly playing truant, which means he stopped coming to school after he started getting so many fights. He became a truant. Truancy. During the last few months of Ramos' life, Ramos was working at Wendy's and was hardly in attendance at school. He was not set to graduate this year, a fact he seemed to despise. One neighbor told local news channel Newsy that he had witnessed Ramos arguing with his grandmother on Tuesday, claiming that he was angry that he did not graduate. So, damn. He was affected in so many ways. However, it has since been revealed that the suspect and his grandma were fighting about a cell phone bill. Okay. Although it was described as a minor argument. So after Ramos opened fire, his grandmother screamed, "He shot me, he shot me," before Ramos zoomed down the street, crashed his pickup truck. How did he have a pickup truck if he have a license or know how to drive? He crashed his pickup truck before embarking on his killing spree, which happened to take place just one day after his colleagues had graduated. So everybody graduated at his job and he didn't. And as he morphed into a different person into his later years, one local claimed, he would ride around at night with a friend firing BB guns at random passerbys, like just random people. He is also said to have egged people's cars. He is said to have found it hard to hold on to friendships, often taking things too far with weird comments. Meaning that with weird comments. So they saying he couldn't hold. That means he was socially awkward. He didn't know how to even be. He was being overly with people and shit, just because he wanted to keep people around. That was sending D pics or whatever. You know what I'm saying. One friend who wanted to join the Marines said he cut off Ramos after the killer told him he only wanted to join the force so he could kill people. A former classmate who asked not to be identified also told CNN he and Ramos were somewhat close and they used to play the Xbox together. The killer was a fan of the shooting and combat game Call of Duty. On his since-removed Instagram account, Ramos is believed to have shared a photo of two AR-style rifles just days before the massacre, while the bio on his TikTok page chillingly read, "Kids be careful, IRL," which means IRL means in real life, kids be careful in real life. And I'll put a picture of what they talking about right here. That's the clips. That's the guns. Damn. Meanwhile, his Wendy's co-worker told the Daily Beast that he had an aggressive streak and he would send inappropriate messages. Why do they keep saying that? Okay, we get it. He sent inappropriate messages to female employees. They also branded him quiet and antisocial. One said he would be very rude towards the girls sometimes, and one of the cooks threatened them by asking, "Do you know who I am?" And he would also send inappropriate texts to the ladies. The same source claimed there were multiple videos of Ramos fighting people with boxing gloves at a local park. So I guess it's viral videos of him fighting. He take them around with him, the boxing gloves, the guy said. My fault. In the hours leading up to the killings, the shooter reportedly showed off his guns to an LA-based woman via his Instagram page, taunting that he was about to do something. Okay. And I'm going to show y'all the pictures, they got screenshots of him while he was walking into school. When the woman asked what, he said, "I'll tell you before 11. He began shooting at noon. As soon as he made entry into the school, he started shooting children, teachers, and whoever was in his way. He was shooting everybody," Texas Department of Safety spokesperson Chris Oliver said. This is just evil, and Uvalde resident told the New York Times. "I'm afraid I'm going to know a lot of these kids that were killed." Another local, Adolfo Hernandez, told the same paper that his nephew had been in the classroom near where the shooting took place. So somebody's nephew seen the shooting. Yeah. Speaking anonymously, one classmate said Ramos began. This is what happened, what he did when he walked in there. Speaking anonymously, one classmate said Ramos had begun showing up to class. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm skipping. I ain't got my context. My bad. So this is what we had. Adolfo Hernandez told the same paper that his nephew had been in a classroom near where the shooting took place. He actually witnessed his little friend get shot in the face, Hernandez said. The friend, he said, got shot in the nose and he just went down. And my nephew was devastated. Rest in peace. This is fucking sick, man. Speaking of, I'm sorry, y'all, but he would not go to school. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm skipping again. My bad, y'all. Speaking of anonymously, one classmate said Ramos began showing up to class less and less, and as other kids bully him over his clothes and his family's financial situation, they're making fun of him because he's poor. Damn. It's fucked up. He would not go to school, and he just slowly dropped out. He barely came to school, one friend said. After the North Dakota, he's a North Dakota native. He was born in North Dakota. North Dakota native, graduated from high school. Hold on. Oh, was that his friend? The friend said that they became more and more distant. Oh, that was his friend. Yeah, his friend was North Dakota. They grew more and more distant, but he would occasionally message back on Xbox. He would message me here and there, he said. 4 days prior to Tuesday's shooting, Ramos reportedly sent his friend a picture of the AR and the backpack full of 5.56 rounds. He had probably 7 magazines, he said. I was like, "Bro, why do you have this?" And he was like, "Don't worry about it." Under a new Texas law passed in September, those 18 to 21 could buy guns if they had a protective order because they were. Hold on, let me make sure I read that. Was that? Oh, hold on. Am I reading that right? This the law? Hold on. Under a new Texas law passed in September, those aged 18 to 21 could buy guns if they had a protective order because they were at risk of family violence, stalking, or prostitute. So you let them buy fucking machine guns? Or just guns, period. The law also removed the requirement for a permit for a handgun. Rifles were already permitted in Texas without license. Yeah, you can buy a rifle, yeah. In the days leading up to the massacre, Ramos told his friend that he looked very different now. "You wouldn't recognize me," he messaged less than a week ago. Ramos' social media was full of photos of his new guns, which he bought on his 18th birthday. Ramos also messaged a Los Angeles-based woman on May 12th, tagging her in a photo of the guns. And this is what he tagged. "You gonna repost my gun pics?" Is what he hit her up and told her. "What your guns got to do with me?" she said. She replied. He said, "Just wanted to tag you." Then at 5:43 a.m. on Tuesday, Salvador messaged her, "I'm about to." The girl asked, "About to what?" To which he answered, "I'll tell you before 11. He said he would text her in an hour and urge her to respond. "I got a little secret I want to tell you." He messaged her with a smiley face emoji covering his mouth. He said, "Be grateful I tagged you." She replied, "No, it's just scary," adding, I barely know you and you tag me in the picture with some guns. His last message on 9/16, which is my birthday, 9/16 a.m. on Tuesday was, I'ma air out. He said he gonna air something out. If you don't know what air it out, that means he gonna shoot some shit up. Like, the shooting started around 11:32. The woman reacted with horror when she learned what he had done. He's a stranger. I know nothing about him. He decided to tag me in his gun post. She wrote, I'm so sorry for the victims and their families. I really don't know what to say. And at the end, I'm going to put, well, matter of fact, right here. I'll put the message right here. This one email. I'm not saying email, DM, my bad. This is another one right here. And I can't put them all up. It's like 4 of them. She said, so she then added, the only reason I responded to him was because I was afraid of him. I wish I would have stayed awake to try to at least convince him not to commit this crime. I didn't know. When an Instagram user asked if she was his girlfriend, she replied, I don't know him and I don't even live in Texas. He largely dropped out and took the job at Wendy's nearby, where coworkers remember him as quiet. Adrian Mendez, the evening manager, said he kept to himself mostly. He felt like the quiet type, the one who doesn't say much. He didn't really socialize with other employees. He just worked, got paid, came in to get his check. Mendez said he did not know Ramos as well. He was already employed when Ramos began in February, and he didn't see him most of the time because they were on different shifts. Ramos worked from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., 5 days a week for about a year. Ramos was shot and killed by law enforcement at Robb Elementary School, Uvalde, Texas, after he had murdered 21 people. Oh. Condolences to all the people, all the families affected. We got to love each other more, man. We got to love each other more. It's so many things in there that we could break down and dissect. I might have to do another video. But definitely, we have to love each other more, bro. I might have to go live on this one. I'm not sure. I might have to go live on this one. Condolences to everybody harmed and affected and killed in this thing. And we gotta care. We gotta. Humans can be so nasty and mean and negative, man. It's a shame, man. God bless y'all, man. Condolences. I'm gone.